Welcome to the Twilight Forest mod, a world generation system designed for exploring a new dimension. This mod features 20 new biomes, 15 new dungeons with unique monsters, and up to 8 different final bosses. It also includes 7 new armor sets and dozens of new tools like swords, pickaxes, axes, bows, staffs, shields, and more. But you might be wondering, how do we start if we know nothing about this mod? Don't worry, it's simpler than you might think. First, we need to create a portal connecting the overworld to the Twilight Forest dimension. To do this, we'll make a 2x2 hole and fill it with water. Then we'll surround it with any flowers from the overworld and toss the diamond into the water. As you can see, it's not working. Okay? Just kidding. Or am I? Welcome to the new dimension of the Twilight Forest.
Why the heck did I just stop the video? I bet you like how I edit, don't you? Check the description for my video editing course. It's mine. I made it myself.
So, to advance in the mod, go to Escape, then Achievements. At the bottom, you'll see the exact order to defeat the mod's boss. First, a warning. If you kill a forest crow, find torchberries and glowstone in a cave, you can craft the magic map Focus. These 3 items let you craft a magic feather, which makes a magic map showing structure locations. However, this map isn't essential. I've never used it myself. Okay? But I'm obligated to mention it. What you do need is good armor, a sword, ranged attack, and a shield. Got it? Iron armor is fine to start with. With this gear, we'll face the Naga. This mob will destroy all leaves in its path until it can hit you. It's best to wait for its charge and block with your shield. Got it? This stuns the Naga. As it recovers, move to its side and strike twice. After this, it'll return to normal and keep trying to kill you. Okay? Pro tip. When stunned, hitting from the side lets you attack more. Got it? You might take a hit, but the fight won't drag on forever. As the Naga loses health, it'll get shorter and more aggressive. Sometimes your shield may become completely useless. My advice, use ranged attacks in this phase to avoid taking heavy damage. The more aggressive it is, the more it'll attack and harm us. Once defeated, the Naga will drop its loot in the center of the structure, allowing us to craft and equip the Naga armor. If you want the full set, I suggest killing 2 more Nagas. This will make us much stronger for the upcoming bosses. You might ask, what's the next boss? Well, we'll head to the Lich Tower, also located in the forest. It's a dungeon I recommend exploring and fighting its unique mobs. Keep going until you reach the top, where you'll find the Lich. It has 3 distinct phases. In the first, the Lich has a gold shield that we can only break by returning the ender pearl it shoots at us. Like a gas ball, we need to dodge the explosive ender balls thrown by its clones. Meanwhile, try to return them to the original Lich to break its shields. After breaking all gold shields, we can hit it directly, but it'll enter a second phase. It'll keep following us, throwing those annoying ender pearls. Additionally, it'll have the ability to summon zombies. These zombies will come after us, okay? To stop zombies spawning, just reduce its health enough to change phases. Once it changes, zombies vanish or we'll have to kill them. Got it? In this third phase, the Lich will pull out a golden sword. To finish this last phase, I recommend using the shield to protect ourselves and strike when it's not hitting us. We shield, it hits, we hit back, shield again, and repeat until we defeat it. Once we've beaten it, we'll get the zombie sept. It's a staff that lets us summon loyal zombies to our side. After this epic battle, we'll head to the swamp to find the Labyrinth structure. This area is tougher, so be prepared for each hit to deal more damage. Inside, we'll face minotaurs, slime beetles, cave spiders, and other mobs, plus traps and loot chests. I strongly recommend bringing torches with you. Once inside, we need to find a way down to the 2nd floor. This maze is huge, and it even has 2 levels if you can believe it, so we'll need to locate that descent. We can spot it by its iron bars, which we can break with our pickaxe to access the 2nd floor. On the 2nd floor, we'll explore until we find a wooden fenced cage housing the miner's room, a centaur with a diamond axe we must defeat to progress. The miner's room has only 2 attacks. One is a ground slam causing area damage, which we can block with a shield or tank through, as it doesn't do much damage. The other attack is a charging move. During this attack, we should move to its side and hit it until it completes the charge or stops charging. If the menace room gets too close to us, which can happen, and it's not charging, I recommend backing away. It can also attack physically without charging, taking a life, but it takes a life. After defeating it, we'll find 4 chests with high-level loot and its chest, containing its axe, trophy, and most importantly, its meat, okay? We must take and eat this. This will make the large yellow walls covering the next boss, the Hydra, disappear. It's in the red swamp biome, right in the center of the swamp biome we came from. For the Hydra, we'll use an 8-minute fire resistance potion to protect us from all attacks except physical ones, like bites. Since the Hydra never moves from its spot, we'll keep our distance and aim for the center of its heads, waiting for it to throw fireballs, which will then return. The Hydra also has a flamethrower attack, but since we'll have the fire-resistant potion, it won't affect us. So, deflecting its fireball should be enough to kill it. But note that when the Hydra's mouth is open, we can attack it from a distance or up close. Also, when the Hydra loses a head, it'll grow 2 more and attack us more aggressively. Once we've defeated the Hydra, we can open its chest and obtain the fiery blot, which will let us craft some of the best armor and tools, as you'll see in the crafting recipes on screen. We'll also get Hydra meat, which is incredibly overpowered, giving us regeneration and tons of food. I'd recommend using this meat only during combat. Next, we'll search for a dark forest, a biome dense with trees and leaves, very dark and undoubtedly dangerous. To access it, we need to have killed Lich. You might be wondering, why are we heading to this biome? Well, what we're looking for is the Twilight Knight stronghold. It's well hidden and hard to find, but once we get there, we'll find a portal we can open. We can open it using the pedestal right next to it, where we'll see different boss heads inscribed inside. We just need to place one of the trophies we've gotten from killing a boss, and this will unlock the door blocking the stronghold. If we don't have any head trophies, we can break the blocks around it and mine downwards to make our own entrance. In this new structure, we'll face new mobs like helmet crabs, block and chain goblins, kobolds, red cap zappers, and goblin knights. They're easy to kill, but don't let them pile up as they can become problematic. In the stronghold, we'll find the Night Phantom in a room enclosed by iron bars we must break. To beat this 6 ghost boss, wait for a floating armor to reveal its ghost, then attack until it vanishes. When it fires tools, use your shield for protection if you're taking heavy damage. This mob, made of 6 ghosts, will melt through the room in a linear pattern. Stick to a wall perpendicular to their path, moving along the side while shielding yourself. Never let them corner you, got it? As we damage them, their form will start to shrink. The number of ghosts decreases from 6 to 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, making it easier to find gaps to avoid getting hit. Once we defeat this boss, we'll get its full armor set, helmet and chestplate, plus its tools. Now we can head to the Dark Forest Tower. I recommend traveling above the trees until you reach the biome's center, where we'll find a massive 200 block high tower, with the next boss, Ghast, waiting at the very top. For this boss, bring fire resistance potions and blocks. Alright, this Ghast has several attacks. First, it'll launch 3 fireballs that we can deflect back to deal damage. Next, it'll cry with its tears falling and dealing massive damage to us. This is probably its most challenging attack. More harmful. That's why I recommend carrying blocks, as this rain won't affect you if you're covered. In the battle against the Ghast, we'll find 4 sides with different traps for the Ghast. Whenever we hear lightning strike above these traps, mini Ghasts will appear. They'll help us set a trap for the Ghast. Note that although mini Ghasts are harmless, we must kill them to charge the trap. When the Ghast is close enough, we'll activate it using the pressure plate. If we ignore this, the mini Ghasts will regenerate the Ghast's health. The Ghast will eventually approach the mini Ghasts and use them to heal itself, which is why we need to eliminate them. So, once we activate the trap, we'll take advantage of the boss, the final boss, being sucked in, and we'll take the chance to hit him hard, dealing tons of damage. Note that traps alert us to mini Ghasts with both a lightning bolt and a sound cue, so we need to stay alert. Though less effective, we can also hit the Ghast with a bow. After beating the Ghast, we can get fairy tears like we did with the Hydra. You might think, wow, there are so many structures and bosses here. Well, I've got more to show. Let's head to the snowy biomes now. There, we'll find new mobs like Yetis and Winter Wolves, which are very aggressive, but we can counter them with ranged attacks like bows. We'll also find up to 4 layers of Yetis, one on each side of the snow biome. Inside these layers, you'll encounter the Alpha Yeti boss. To face this boss, we need to understand its different phases. First, the boss will be surrounded by minions who will grab and toss us high into the air. That's their only attack, but without a water bucket, it can be quite harmful. On the other hand, the Alpha Yeti has 2 phases. First, it emits snow particles. We can't get close then, as it'll deal massive damage and launch various ranged attacks at us. My advice for this phase is to simply dodge the snow particles on the ground and falling icicles from above. We can also use a bow to hit it if we prefer. The next phase begins when the Alpha Yeti starts emitting water particles and crying. That's our chance to attack physically and deal massive damage. Also, the Alpha Yeti hates fire and lava, so we can always bring a lighter to harm it if we want to do that. Once we've killed it, we'll get the Yeti fur to craft its complete armor set if we want. Now, after killing the Alpha Yeti and unlocking the ice zone, which was blocked before by a wall, we can head to the Aurora Palace located in the center of the ice biomes, specifically in the middle of a snow biome. We'll find an ice biome with penguins and an easily identifiable Aurora Palace. Note that we must have defeated the Lich and Alpha Yeti to access this palace. To find the Snow Queen, we'll need to search one of the palace towers. This boss will be surrounded by ice blocks that prevent you from hitting her from below, so the only way to attack is from a distance with a bow or sword when she descends. This queen has first, she'll summon her minions, the ice crystals. They're slow and can be killed, but if they catch us off guard, they can deal a lot of damage. The queen will also make descents breaking the ground and we might fall with her, so never stand beneath her to avoid this. To defeat her, we'll need patience and wait for her to descend so we can strike. Once defeated, she'll drop bows with special powers. I suggest grabbing one. To complete the mod, we'll seek the Highlines, a biome we can access after killing the Hydra, Ghast and Snow Queen. It's a taiga forest covered in podzol. What we need to do is find a massive hole in this biome. These holes are always right under huge clouds in the sky. And from that hole we must descend to find the troll cave. Inside, we'll see a massive obsidian block we can't break yet, but around this block we'll find rooms with small obsidian cubes that we can break with our pickaxe. Inside, we'll find magic beans. These caves are very dangerous and we'll encounter trolls, witches and other mobs that'll try to stop us from reaching the chest.
Inside the obsidian block, so we'll need to be extremely careful. Once we've done that, we'll go back up to the surface.
With the magic bean in hand, near where we first went down, some blocks will emit green particles. We'll plant the magic bean there, and a plant will grow leading us to the cloud right above. We'll climb the plant and encounter the giants.
The best way to kill them is from a distance or using a shield. After killing a giant with a pickaxe, we'll take its giant pickaxe and return to the troll cave.
And the only way to break the giant blocks is with a giant's pickaxe. So this time we can break the giant obsidian block in the center of the cave.
This might take a few seconds or minutes, so be patient. Once done, we'll unlock 2 chests.
In one we'll find the Lamp of Ashes. This lamp will help us destroy the thorns blocking the final castle. Once we reach it, we'll have completed the mod. Currently, this castle is empty. A final boss might be added later, but for now, the adventure ends here. There are many more structures, mobs, minerals, and extra quests to explore if you want to truly complete all the mod's achievements.
But that's the main adventure in the Twilight Forest mod. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.